When the dusty blue frame and a basket made of cane, leaving all the shadows in the city rain. The wheels are spinning stories on the gravel road, lightening up the spirit, dropping every load. The ribbons on the handles are dancing in the air. I've got some wildflowers and a ribbon in my hair. Heading to the meadow where the clover grows, following the rhythm that the river knows. A vintage lace blanket tucked beneath my arm. The morning sun is shining with a golden charm. No map in my pocket, no place I have to be, just the open pathway calling out to me. Pedaling, petals drifting in the breeze, rolling through the shadows of the maple trees. Every turn's a melody, every mile's a song. This is where the heart and the summer belong. Oh, the world is wide and the sky is blue. Everything is starting, everything is new. I see a wooden bridge and a sleepy little pond, gazing at the mountains in the great beyond. I'll stop by the oak tree, find a shady spot, counting all the blessings that I've finally got. Strawberry stains and a vintage Polaroid, filling up the spaces that were once a void. Is just a journey onto spinning wheels, enjoying every moment, how the freedom feels. Pedaling, petals drifting in the breeze, rolling through the shadows of the maple trees. Every turn's a melody, every mile's a song. This is where the heart and the summer belong. Oh, the world is wide and the sky is blue. Ring the bell, let the worries fly away. It's a beautiful start to a brand new day. Pedaling petals, just me and the wind. Spinning around like a carousel wheel, you won't believe how the freedom can feel. The spokes are catching every beam of the light, flashing and dancing, oh so vivid and bright. I'm racing the shadows, I'm chasing the breeze, flying right under the canopy trees. 1, 2, 1, 2, keep the rhythm alive. This is the moment I feel so alive. The wind in my ears is a roaring delight. Everything's moving, everything's right. Silver and gold on the spinning of steel, a magical motion that's perfectly real. Bicycle spokes and the sunbeams tonight. Everything's golden and everything's bright. Head a little faster, reach for the sky, watching the world go flickering by. Wheels of the summer, take me me away. All the way. Ding, ding. Silk and satin flying so wild, the heart of a woman, the soul of a child, tied to the bars of my vintage machine, the brightest of reds on a canvas of green, dancing with the air, reaching for the sun. The joy of the ride has only just begun. It doesn't have a map, it doesn't have a plan, catching all the freedom that a ribbon can, twisting and turning in a graceful display, chasing the worries of the world away. A symbol of the spirit, a flag of the free, moving in a rhythm that was meant to be. Like a ribbon in the wind, I'm flying so high, tracing out a rainbow in the summer sky. I'm bound and beautiful, wild and so bright, moving with the speed of the morning light. I am the wind, and the wind is me. No knots to hold me, no strings to pull. The cup of my freedom is finally full. Like a ribbon in the wind, I'm flying so high, tracing out a rainbow in the summer sky. I'm bound and beautiful, wild and so bright, moving with the speed of the morning light, letting go of everything, feeling so light. A ribbon in the wind until the night. Shake the dust off the red and white lines underneath the shade of the whispering pines. A gingham check heaven on the emerald grass, watching all the fluffy white clouds slowly pass. Sandwiches wrapped up in vintage brown paper, the morning mist vanishes like a soft vapor. Tiny silver spoons and a jar of sweet jam, I'm perfectly happy with just who I am. The scent of the clover is thick in the air, I'm letting the sunlight play with my hair. Life is a puzzle, but here it's so clear. Everything I love is gathered right here. Oh, a gingham check morning sweet. The world is a carpet beneath my bare feet. No clocks to be watching, no bells to be rung, just the oldest of songs that the forest has sung. Let's stay in this moment, let's stay in this light. Everything's easy, everything's right. A wicker basket filled with stories and crumbs. I'm humming a tune as the honeybee hums. I'll pour out some tea in a porcelain cup, looking at the treetops, looking way up. A dragonfly lands on the edge of my book. Nature is giving me a beautiful look. Slow down the tempo, breathe in the breeze, finding my soul in the shade of the trees. Oh, a gingham check morning, simple and sweet. The world is a carpet beneath my bare feet. No clocks to be watching, no bells to be rung, just the oldest of songs that the forest has sung. Red and white squares on a sea of bright green, the prettiest morning that I've ever seen. Delicate lace on the edge of my sleeves, intricate patterns like fallen fall leaves, yellow and white in a dance of the light. A citrusy fragrance so sharp and so bright. I'm slicing the lemons, a sun in my hand, the freshest of scents in this beautiful land. Sparkling water and a sprig of the mint, a glass of the summer with a golden tint, the sour and the sweet, the ice and the fire, a refreshing symphony, a heavenly choir. I'm sipping the sunshine, I'm drinking the breeze, living a life of such elegant ease. Lace and lemons, a refreshing design, the beauty of life in every single line. Crisp and clean like a morning in May, chasing the heat of the desert away. Sophisticated grace in a simple glass, watching the shadows of the afternoon pass. The embroidery glows in the heat of the day, while the lemon trees whisper and gently they sway. I'll wear my straw hat with the yellow silk band and dream of a world that is perfectly planned. Lace on the table and zest in the air, a feminine magic is found everywhere. Zesty and bright, delicate and grand, the touch of a lady, the soul of the land. Lace and lemons, a refreshing design, the beauty of life in every single line. Crisp The day in the garden has only begun. Bowl of bright berries, red as a rose. The juice on my fingers, and heaven only knows how a simple fruit can taste like a dream, floating on a river of sugar and cream. I'm leaning back on my elbow so high, tracing the shapes in the afternoon sky. Strawberry stains on my white linen dress, a beautiful mess, I have to confess. The world is so sticky, the world is so sweet. I'm feeling the pulse of the earth in the heat. Don't tell me to hurry, don't tell me to run. I'm busy just soaking up every bit of the sun. Strawberry stains and a heart full of gold, stories of summer that never get old. Sweet on the tongue and soft on the soul. The rhythm of nature is taking control. We're living in color, we're living in light. Everything's glowing, everything's bright. Wild honey dripping from a wooden spoon, waiting for the rising of the afternoon moon. The grass is a pillow, the sky is a quilt, a kingdom of peace that the silence has built. No heavy heart, no shadows to find, leaving the noise of the city behind. Sweet, sweet summer lingering long, turning my life into a beautiful song. Strawberry stains and a heart full of gold, stories of summer that never get old. Sweet on the tongue and soft on the soul. The rhythm of nature is taking control. Just a little bit of pink on my fingertips, a smile on my face, and a song on my lips. Two, three. Wide brim straw hat with a ribbon of blue, keeping the sun from a heart that is true. I'm dipping the cracker in a jar of the gold, a taste of the summer that never gets old. Sweetness is dripping like liquid sunlight, making the afternoon perfectly right. Polka dot ribbons and vintage lace ties, the spirit of beauty in everyone's eyes. We're sipping on nectar and laughing at time, turning the day into a beautiful rhyme. Honey and sunshine, a sticky delight, a feminine magic from morning to night. Straw hats and honey, a summer refrain, simple and sweet like the smell after rain. Living the life as can be. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of lace, a smile of contentment on every single face. Straw hats and honey, a summer refrain, simple and sweet like the smell after rain. Living the life that we dreamed in our books, sharing the smiles and the meaningful looks. Licking the honey right off of the spoon under the glow of the afternoon moon. No garden fences, no rows in a line, just the messy beauty of the wild and the divine. Poppies and daisies and clover so sweet, gathered from the places where the earth and sky meet. I'm tying them up with a vintage silk bow, a colorful secret that only I know. Each petal is different, each leaf has a story, unpolished and raw in their natural glory. They don't need a vase made of crystal or gold, just the warmth of my hand that they're happy to hold. A bouquet of freedom, a bunch of the sun. The work of the meadow is never quite done. A wildflower bouquet leaning on my arm, protecting my heart with your humble little charm. You bloom for the wind and you dance for the rain, healing the world of its sorrow and pain. Beautifully wild and perfectly free. Let the scent of the earth rise up to the sky, watching the butterfly fluttering by. A wildflower bouquet leaning on my arm, protecting my heart with your humble little charm. You bloom for the wind and you dance for the rain, healing the world of its sorrow and pain. Fresh from the field, a gift for the soul, the spirit of nature is making me whole. Click goes the shutter, a flash in the sun, capturing the magic before it is done. A square of white paper, a blur of the green, the ghost of a moment that's yet to be seen. I'm shaking the picture, waiting for the light to bring back the color so vivid and bright. Shadows of bicycles leaned on the tree, a frozen reflection of you and of me. The edges are faded, the colors are old, like a vintage the shade. Polaroid memories caught in a frame. The sky and the meadow will never feel the same. Developing slowly like a dream in the dark. A little bit of magic, a little bit of spark. We're keeping the summer right here in our hands. Look at the laughter etched on our faces, reminders of all of our favorite places. The wind in our hair and the dust on our shoes, a picture of peace that we never will lose. Put it in a book or hang it on the wall. The spirit of the picnic, we're capturing it all. Time is a river, but the picture is a stone, a piece of the day that we finally own. Polaroid memories caught in a frame. The sky and the meadow will never feel the same. Developing slowly like a dream in the dark. A little bit of magic, a little bit of spark. Wait for the image, wait for the soul. The vintage heart is finally home. Green curtains falling, a veil of the leaves. The willow tree whispers, the forest it breathes. I'm closing my eyes on the soft mossy bed, with dreams of the summer inside of my head. The sunlight is filtered through branches so long, singing a quiet and delicate song. Is a blur in the heat of the day, but here in the shadow I'm drifting away. A ladybug wanders across my left hand, a tiny explorer in this sleepy land, weightless and floating on pillows of air, leaving behind every worry and care. Under the willow, safe and so still, guided by nature and the forest's own will, drowning in green and sinking in blue, finding a peace that is honest and true. Sleep for a moment, dream for a while. Soft as a feather, light as the mist, the garden of dreams is waiting to be kissed. Nap under the willow, safe and so still, guided by nature and the forest's own will, drowning in green and sinking in blue, finding a peace that is honest and true. The leaves are swaying, the world is at rest. Deep in the cradle of the willow's green breast. The sun is leaning against the old wall. The shadows are growing so skinny and tall. The vibrant green is now turning to rust, a magical layer of evening dust. I'm packing the basket, I'm folding the lace, with a quiet expression across my face. The bicycle tires are cooling their heat, the gravel is crunching beneath my bare feet. The long day of laughing is coming to end. The twilight is now our very best friend, moving in slow motion, drifting in gold, waiting for the secrets of night to unfold. Afternoon shadows stretching so far, waiting for the rise of the very first star. The picnic is over, the memories stay wrapped in the light of a beautiful day, walking towards the evening sun. The air is getting cooler, the light is getting soft. The spirit of the forest is rising aloft. Afternoon shadows stretching so far, waiting for the rise of the very first star. The picnic is over, the memories stay wrapped in the light of a beautiful day. One last look at the meadow, so green, the quietest ending that I've ever seen. Basket's empty, but my heart is full. Following the gravity, the evening pool. I'm turning left where I usually go right, chasing the last of the fading light. The hills are rolling in a velvet gown, far away from the noise of the town. Passing the houses with the porch lights on, wishing the day wasn't almost gone. A detour through the orchard, a path by the stream, moving through a world that feels like a dream. Taking the long way home tonight, under the ceiling of the orange light. sky is bleeding into shades of grape. The world is losing every jagged shape. Lavender mist is rising from the ground, softening every single jagged sound. I'm leaning my bike against the wooden gate, in a world where there's no such thing as late. The scent of the garden is waking up now. The twilight is taking a silent bow. Everything's purple, everything's deep. The flowers are nodding, getting ready for sleep. I'm standing still in the center of the glow, watching the shadows of the evening grow. mine to hear. In the lavender dusk, I'm finding my soul. The pieces of summer are making me whole. Floating in the velvet, drifting in the blue. Everything is old, everything is new. Sleepy garden, purple sky. A beautiful way to say goodbye. Standing still, leaning on the moon, waiting for the morning to come back soon. Silver frame, shadow on the grass, watching the ghost of the picnic pass. Rest now, metal and steel, forget the spin of the heavy ripples from the riverbank. A day of the sun for which I have to thank. Strawberry juice on the corner of the map. A lingering feeling of a meadow nap. I'm folding the blanket with a tired smile, remembering the magic of every single mile. The house is so quiet, the house is so still, following the rhythm of my own free will. Unpacking the picnic, unpacking the day, taking the memories and tucking them away. The basket is light, but the spirit is high, under the watch of the evening sky, slowly returning to the world I know. A little bit of sand, a little bit of grace, leftover smiles on a sun-kissed face. Unpacking the picnic, unpacking the day, taking the memories and tucking them away. The basket is light, but the spirit is high, under the watch of the evening sky. Everything's back in its rightful place, except for the starlight on my face. Steam is dancing in the amber light, a quiet celebration of the night. I've traded my bike for a velvet chair, with the scent of the garden still in my hair. The needle is finding the groove in the soul, making the fragmented evening feel whole. The tea is flavored with a bit of the moon, listening to a vintage dusty tune. Old memories playing in 33 RPM. I'm finding the beauty in each one of them. Shadows are swaying in time with the bass. Peace is the only thing occupying this space. Evening tea and the old records play, washing the dust of the journey away. A soft kind of magic, a slow kind of grace, finding my home in this familiar place. Let the world spin outside, I'm staying right here. Warmth in the cup, heart on the sleeve, in the power of silence I finally believe. Evening tea and the old records play, washing the dust of the journey away. magic, a slow kind of grace. One more spin, one more sip of the light before we say a soft goodnight. Between the pages of a forgotten tale, I'm placing a poppy so vibrant and frail, a tiny souvenir from the meadow we crossed, so the spirit of summer will never be lost. Flattening the petals, preserving the hue, a letter of nature addressed just to you. Heavy wood and the weight of the years, holding the laughter and pressing the tears. In a month or a year, when I open this book, I'll find the same magic wherever I look. The scent may be gone, but the color stays bold, a vintage secret for me to behold. Pressing the flowers, pressing the day, saving the sunlight before it fades away. A library of gardens, a museum of grace, keeping the rhythm of a beautiful place. Time is standing still between the lines. Folded in silence, tucked in the deep secrets, the paper is happy to keep. Pressing the flowers, pressing the day, saving the sunlight before it fades away. A library of gardens, a museum of grace. Now, little bloom, in your paper bed, with the dreams of the wind inside of your head. The lamp is the only sun in the room, chasing away the shadows and gloom. I'm writing down the miles and the hills we climbed, the ways that the world and my heart were aligned. The ink is flowing like a dark, quiet stream, mapping the route of a beautiful dream. Today I rode my bike to the edge of the sky and watched the silver birds fluttering by. I'll write about the lemons and the vintage lace, and the way the wind felt on my sun-kissed face. while the sands of the memory are constantly shifting. Night owl's journal, a letter to me, setting the spirit of the picnic free. Paper and ink and a heart full of light, turning the day into words for the night. I am the author of my own piece. Space to just breathe. The world is a tapestry I'm starting to weave. Night owl's journal, a letter to me, setting the spirit of the picnic free. Paper and ink and a heart full of light. Put the pen down, turn off the light. The story is finished, at least for tonight. A single line of gold across the floor, crawling towards the shadow of the door. The sun is saying its final goodbye, with a heavy heart and a golden eye. It touches the flowers I brought from the field, the beauty that the long day had to yield. Dust motes are dancing in the fading light, a million tiny stars before the night. I'm sitting in the silence, watching it fade, the masterpiece that the summer has made. Everything is golden for a moment or two, before the world turns into a darker hue. The last sunbeam, a golden refrain, soothing the tired and healing the pain. A promise of morning, a kiss for the soul, making the broken spirit feel whole. Wait for the dark, but remember the light. For the soul, making the broken spirit feel whole. The light is gone, the stars are near. The picnic is a memory. where the shadows and light are at liberty. No weight on my shoulders, no stars in my eyes, just the slow rhythm of the night's lullabies. In my linen dreams I'm flying so far, past the moon and the very last star, soft as a whisper, clean as the light, sailing through the ocean of the quiet night. Everything's blurry, but everything's real. Drifting away on a fabric of grace, finding my soul in this infinite space. In my linen dreams I'm flying so far, past the moon and the very last star, soft as a whisper, clean as the light. Close your eyes, let the linen take hold, a story of comfort that's yet to be told. The stars are fading in the indigo sky. I'm waking up with the light in my eye. The 6th week is calling a brand new start, with the rhythm of the garden inside of my heart. I'll check the tires and I'll polish the frame. Every new Monday is never the same. The road is waiting long and so wide, with a million secrets hidden inside. I'll take the courage I found in the rain and turn it into power to